What's up YouTube? Today I'm going to show you how to take one instance of Kontakt and have several instruments routing out into the mixer channel. If you like this tutorial, please consider subscribing, leave a thumbs up or a comment and hit that bell. Now let's get started. First things first, you got to be able to see this output. So this is probably what your Kontakt will load up like. So you can hit this button up here and hit outputs. You might have this many outputs, you might not. I have mine set to this by default. And it doesn't really matter. So I'm going to hit this plus button and create, I don't know, like, let's go 12. If I want 12 instruments, I can probably have 12. Depending on your version of Kontakt will depend on how many instruments you can and can't have. And then I'm just going to select my top option for this sound card host option here. And then I'm also going to delete existing channels before creating new ones. And I'm going to hit OK, and then that'll do that for me. Okay, now I'm going to go, before I load instruments, actually, no, I'm going to load instruments first. It doesn't really matter which order you do this. So I'm just going to load in a piano. I'm going to load in some brass, I'm going to load in some percussion, and I'm going to load in some strings. Okay, I've got my instruments loaded, I got my output set up. Now I'm going to go to the settings, this middle settings option here. This input port is going to dictate which port your MIDI outs are sending to. So I'm going to start with 0 because it's my first instance of Kontakt in my project. I'm also going to hit this refresh plugin properties a couple of times just because FL Studio has a bit of struggle with these outputs here. And if you hit refresh, it tends to work more often than not. And I'm also going to hit this auto map outputs. So what this is going to do is this is going to send my outputs and my instruments to the mixer channel. If I didn't, all the instruments would be on the same mixer channel and I wouldn't be able to EQ my percussion separate to my piano and stuff like that. So it's pretty handy. So I go back to my settings, this is all set up, my input set up, and then if I go back here, the last thing I need to do in Kontakt is go to my presets down here, batch functions, and click the top option. This will take a couple seconds. What it's doing is clearing all of the outputs except for the instruments, and then it's like creating a link between the instrument and the output. So all the instruments have separate outputs, and it'll name them as well, so you don't lose track of them. And then what we're going to do after this is have MIDI outs connect to the Kontakt. So the MIDI information is going from the MIDI out to Kontakt, triggering what instrument we want to trigger, and then going from there to the mixer so that we can apply individual effects to each channel. So I'm just going to create 4 MIDI outs here. So this port is going to be the same, or needs to be the same as the input port I set here. So 0, and then this one is also 0. If I had multiple instances of Kontakt, I could set it to 1 or whatever number. I think it goes up to 225 apparently. I'm just going to duplicate this a couple times. And then this channel here dictates which instrument. So channel 1 would be Alicia's keys. If I hit this info, so this is channel 1, channel 2, channel 3, channel 4. So I'll just do channel 2, channel 3, and channel 4. So this should be my piano. Cool. This will be the horns. Yep. This will be the percussion. Oh, this will be the strings. Nice. And they are already all going out through the mixer. And this will be like here. And this will be here. Cool. So if you're setting up a template, you just got to keep in mind that on the mixer channel, so this is from insert 1 and it's going to set, if I go to here, so this is insert 1 and then this is like 1 space away, 2 spaces away, 3 spaces away. So 3 spaces away is going to be where the strings are. So I go 1, 2, 3, that's where it is. So if I move the base of Kontakt around, that's where it's going to move the entire thing around. So if I go to track 10, then this is going to be on track 14. Oh, sorry, 13. And then this is going to be on 11 and so on. So that's how you can move it around. So if you have multiple instances of this, if you're creating a template, like this is, for example, all my strings or something, you could do like, you know, track 1 and then have all your brass like from track 10 onwards and stuff like that. And that's how you would sort of use this to set up a template. And that's how you can sort of do it. So yeah, if you enjoyed this, remember, hit that subscribe button, leave a like. If you have any questions, comment below and check the description for all my links. Thanks guys.